During a ceremony yesterday in the White House Rose Garden, President Trump posthumously awarded Charlie Kirk the nation's highest civilian honor when he presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom to his wife, Erica Kirk.
Today we're here to honor and remember a fearless warrior for liberty, beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before, and an American patriot of the deepest conviction, the finest quality and the highest caliber, the late, great Charlie Kirk.
While Erica kept it together for the most part of the speech, she did get emotional, understandably so.
Absolutely.
A few times during the ceremony. Here's some of that.
Honestly, President Trump, I have spent 7.5 years trying to find the perfect birthday gift for Charlie. And it's so difficult. And those of you that have spouses or loved ones, you know how difficult it is sometimes to buy a gift for someone that you love. Now I can say with confidence, Mr. President, that you have given him the best birthday gift he could ever have.
Meanwhile, MSNBC is receiving backlash as the only major news network that did not air the ceremony, with users taking to X to share this screenshot showing MSNBC as the odd man out, instead airing a segment on President Trump's tariffs. Joining us now, host of Mary Walter Radio, Mary Walter, and chairman of RNC Youth Advisory Council, Brilyn Hollyhand. Welcome to both of you. Brilyn, I'm going to start with you. Obviously, I know that Charlie was your mentor, and I know that you've been traveling the country in his footsteps. What did yesterday mean to you and mean to the Turning Point movement as a whole?
You know, it meant the world to our generation. I can think of no better inspiration and motivator to Gen Z. You know, in a world where everyone that's put on a pedestal in front of our generation, we're told to be more like these godless celebrities, we need to be more like Charlie Kirk in this world. We need to be more like somebody that puts Christ first instead of ourselves first. We need to be more like somebody that fights for something greater than ourselves. And that's what Charlie Kirk did until his dying breath. You know, he worked so hard that they could not work him, they had to kill the guy. And every single day, he did one simple goal: to challenge our generation by having civil conversations. Champion civil discourse is what he did on these college campuses. And the left trying to attack that, and MSNBC, you know, the same network that called him Hitler Jr. for the last decade, are the same ones that have the blood on their hands for his passing, because they are the ones that time and time again did not allow that civil discourse to happen. And that's where our country got into this position. We stand here today, you know, over a month after this assassination, and said, how do we get to this point in our country? It's because we didn't listen to Charlie. We didn't go back to civil discourse in this country. And if anything can happen out of this tragedy, I hope it's our generation making America talk again.
Mary, what was your takeaway?
You know, just when I think I'm a good person, you know, like you think about it, you're like, oh, I'm a good person, you know, I'm pretty good. I see Erica Kirk, right? And I see her, and she's so strong. And how many politicians say, oh, they're fierce and they're fighting, I'm so fierce. No, she's fierce. And she doesn't have to tell everybody she's fierce. You want to talk about a good role model? You know, Charlie is gone, but his wife is such a phenomenal role model right now. I mean, she is just a picture of grace and class and strength. And what more could we possibly ask for than something like that, than a role model, a strong American woman to show these kids and to show all of us how to act gracefully and respectfully and just the right way, the way God would want us to act. So,
and also showing, and to your point, Mary, also showing forgiveness,
yes,
for the assassin, which again, really that showed everyone what she
incredible.
was made of. You're exactly right.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Also, want to get your thoughts on this one, Brilyn. The State Department is announcing that it has revoked the visas of 6 non-U.S. citizens who celebrated the horrible assassination of Charlie Kirk, posting this on X. The United States has no obligation to host foreigners who wish death on Americans. The State Department continues to identify visa holders who celebrated the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk. Now, the State Department continued on X, posting what they said to be just a few examples of aliens who are no longer welcome in the United States. You know, there's so much hate within this country, Brilyn. I know you have experienced it well. You're right in the thick of it, just with having the courage to speak out. But this has become a global phenomenon, not just of those people who are supporting Charlie, but also of those people who hate everything he stood for.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Everything he stood for. We've known for a decade now that the party, the left, is the party of violence, but we thought it was a fringe. It's not just a fringe; it is their main base. Millions of people jumping on social media within the first hour of this assassination, when Charlie's still in the hospital, chanting and cheering. If you think you're a non-citizen that can come into this country, reap the benefits of the American dream, and cheer when a political assassination happens, that's disgusting. We got to get rid of that.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad, and we're out of time for the segment. We really didn't discuss MSNBC because I don't want to waste time talking about them.
Exactly.
You know who they are. It's disgusting, and bye. Done with that.
Exactly. Not much to say except, they're not MSNBC for much longer. MS Now, apparently.
Right.
We'll see how that works out. Okay, Mary and Brilyn, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, and